Right guys, welcome back to the channel again today. Today fitting airbags to my iveco truck from this place here, Matt's Peen Rods. Yeah, basically I've not done this yet, so we're all going to be learning together. So if you've got a recovery truck that you want to put airbags on, this is one for you. They take up to about 5,000 kilos, which is very good actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the truck up in the air. I'm going to quickly run through the parts, what they've done, or supplies should I say, and what proceeds we got to go through to fitting them. So, right, we've got a bracket with an airbag. They do come separately. I've just put that one together to see what it's like. So like, you got the airbags here, you got the bracket. The bracket I have modified here because on here, as you can see, it's very tight fit and I couldn't get the spanner in there. So I had to elongate it to make it a bit bigger to get that nut. That's the airbags. You've got a bracket for the top of the airbag, as you see from the other one. These go to the bottom of the airbag. Just quickly show you, like so. They'll bolt on like that. You've got the wiring kit. You've got the cutter for the tubing, which is here, and a bit more over there. You got some PTF tape, the wiring, and a couple of T-pieces in the kit. Also, you get an air compressor to pump them up with. I have sort of mocked it up to see how I was going to have it. There was loads of places I could have had it. What I'm going to do, guys, is quickly run you to the front of the car, or van, shall I say. This is the idea I've gone for. Now, these switches I have ordered from a different place. They didn't come with the kit, but I wanted these to release the air on the bags, because if you look here, you have got release valve here, which you push in, and you've got one on the other side as well, but I'm not going to be using those. I have, you probably see there, is run the clotheslines. I'll just quickly show you behind here. How I'm, it's got to take the little clip out. Right, so these hoses, which are here, have got to go on to this one here, and the same with the other side as well. I'll just pull that one down out of the way. So that one's got to go onto there as well. And as you can see at the back there is the compressor. So I've just sort of mocked things up to see whereabouts I was going to be having everything. It was a choice to have down the side of the seats, but to be honest with you guys, I've seen many people have it there, and I just thought I wanted an easier system. So if basically I'm loading up a car on the back, I can stand here and control the airbags and see what sort of level I want them at. So that's where I'm at with that. I will show you everything on how to plumb it all in and how it all goes as well. So it's not, oh, just pull the seat forward a bit. You can see the air compressor behind there. Yeah, it is very self-explanatory. It's not quite a hard system to do. It's just wiring up and doing the plumbing for the air hose. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to remove all this lot off of the back of the truck, get the truck up in the air, and then start showing you where I'm going to bolt the airbags to and how they go and where they go to. Now, this kit, they do them on eBay. They do them for all different trucks, vans, vehicles, etc., like camper vans, recovery trucks and that. Just thought it would be a good idea just to stop the back from sort of dipping at the back when you're carrying a load on the back, and plus it gives you a comfortable ride. So right guys, let's get the truck up in the air and then we'll start bolting it all up. Right, catch you in a minute, guys. Now, we're under the van. There's a couple of things I need to do. One of them is I've got to remove that bump stop out of the way and this one out of the way. Then, as you can see, I've started undoing them. They are mega tight. They are so tight, it's unbelievable. But I'm managing to crack them off. Now, with the plate here, is once I've got the bump stop off, I'll come around this way. That will go in place like that. So I'm going to start removing the bump stops out the way, get the plate bolted up. Once that plate's all in, I'm going to probably connect it up with the airbag like that one is all connected up. These plates go in like that. So that's why we've got to undo these. We've got to remove these. I'm going to do them one by one. So I'm going to start with this side first. As you can see, I've started. It is a long process. Get the bump stop out the way, get the brackets bolted up, and then get the airbags in, or airbags with the brackets, shall I say. And then start running the hose for here and the other hose for there. Run them to the front of the van and get them all bolted up into the cockpit. It's all going to run, this side's going to run all the way down that, and then this side's going to run all the way down that beam there to the front. So, right guys, let me put a bit on time lapse, start undoing those U-bolts, and then get the bottom bracket in. That's probably the worstest part of the job to do. So, right guys, gonna crack on, see you in a minute. One side's done. I'm just in the process of doing the other side. Lo and behold, battery went flat on the GoPro, so I am literally charging it up as we speak. Right, now that's one side done. I'll tell you what guys, I'll be honest with you, these UJ bolts, they are an absolute nightmare. They weld themselves inside the thread. I've done the 10 bolt for the bottom. It's sitting how it should be. I think I pulled that out. So yeah, that's the one side airbag. I'm just on the process of doing this side now. So I'm going to carry on undoing these. They are quite tight. As you can see, I've got the big bar on there. So yeah, I'm going to be carrying on doing a bit more time lapse with this side. I did get a little bit with this, but I had to keep on charging the battery up in the process. So once I've got these off, I've got to clean the threads up, and inside this bit what goes through here, because there's loads of like grime and crap in there what welds together and that. So I'm going to get all that off, clean the threads up like I did this side. Let me get you can probably see, yeah, I've gave them a good old clean up. What we have here is you've got two 13s which hold. You probably won't see it too well, but there is a 13 up in there which comes through the back there on that one. That does up, and then these two do up where the original bump stops used to be. They come off quite well actually. I was quite surprised when they come off because the old threads were a bit rusted on them. But right guys, let me crack on with this side. I'm going to get a bit more time lapse with this side and then get this plate in here. Just in case you're wondering, this side is what I call the short side, from here to here, yeah, and then on this side is what I call the long side. So the long side comes to the outside of the chassis, and the short side goes to the inside. So if you're looking at this, you can see they're sort of off-centered like that. So basically it will go like that in place. So the long side out to the outside and the short side to the inside. So that's one thing you need to understand. And yeah, definitely connect the airbag to the top mount. It just makes it so much easier when you're putting it on, getting the airbag in. So that's one side complete. Now on to this side. So guys, I'm gonna crack on and get a bit more time lapse out of it, and yeah, start getting bits, the plumbing side done, then get the wiring done and get the pump all set up and all that lot. So we have got a lot to do. So right, I'm gonna crack on with a bit more time lapse and then yeah, come back to you in a minute. See you in a minute, guys. Both airbags are on, as you see, that's that side, and we've got that side all done, as you can see. Right, just a few things, people, before you think I'm reusing these. Only for now, I've got 4 U-bolts on order with the nuts. They're coming, as soon as they come, I'll be refitting those. Now, the best thing to do with these, once you've fitted them, is leave the bottom nuts loose, just so they can find, as you can see, they're still moving about. So it sort of finds its home where it's happy. So that's how you want to have them. Basically, they'll sit how they want. Then you can bolt them up. I think this one has been tightened up already, so this one's already done. What we've got to do is that we're going to bring it down to a bit of a level because it's a bit high at the moment. Bring it down, and then we're going to start running the plumb lines, which is this hose in here. We're going to run that to the front of the cabin, probably. I don't know if we're going to put a hole in the back of the cabin to go into the to the pump, or we're going to find the hole what's already there and go in through there. So right, I'm going to bring it down, get all the lines plumbed up, get them running down the chassis, how I said, and then start plumbing it all back in. So right, guys, we'll catch you in a minute. Just showing you basically what I've done. That's the top of the airbag. I've run the pipe through the top into the chassis, and then it goes along this chassis through here, comes out that hole and into this one which was already there. Then I've come up through the back and I've left a load of slack on the back just in case I need to repair a pipe or something, or something like an end of the hose or anything. I've got enough slack there to play about with. Right, now I'm just going to run you through basically how I've done it and how I've set it up. That joiner in the middle with the V joiner, that's going straight to this pump here, which is the pump that pumps the airbags up. Then they come in through the middle here and here, so you've got these two which run up through here into the gauges, and then out from the gauges. They run into the bottom of these switches, yeah, which is these switches there. Then the airbags, which I've run through the side, come in and go up to the top. They connect on to the top here. And then if I move this out the way, that will clip into here. Then obviously I'll just like that, like so. So now, as you can see, release the main pressure out of it. So yeah, so let me just show you basically what I'll do. Get the key. Basically plug that into there. I will be doing it on the switch soon, but at the moment I just wanted to get it all up and running and make sure it's all working. So now what I do now, it should be pumping up the airbags. You probably can't see it. So that's it all pumped up, holding its pressure. And then when you want it to come down, you won't see it because obviously there's no weight on it. You push this down and you'll hear the hissing noise. Which release the air. And then obviously that one and that one. So basically that's how it's going to be set up at the moment. I'm going to be doing the wiring into it very soon. I'm not really too fussed at the moment of how it is at the moment, because it's just all sort of a temporary thing until I fit it all properly. I've got a couple of other little ideas I want to add to it and do to it and run the wires in different places, but you got a basic idea of how they actually work and how to do them. Obviously you're going to run your hoses in a different way to what I have, and you probably wouldn't have these switches here basically. So it is all to how you want it on your own vehicle or whatever, but that's the general gist of it. But right guys, listen, I'm going to end the video there. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you got a little bit of understanding of how they work. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. See you all soon guys.